What up, YouTube? DavidPop21 here. I believe his name is D-A-K. We were talking about doing some trades. I really wanted your Dan Hardy promo, but you messaged me and you told me about the story and all that, about your friend you mailed out to. I can respect that, man. I understand. Despite the fact that that promo's out of the question, it's no biggie. With all the stuff you got, we will have no problem making a trade, because there's so much stuff I want in your collection. I mean, this is gonna be a massive trade, I think, especially if there's stuff you like in my collection. It all depends if there's anything, but I've got 300 cards signed, so this video will be kind of long, but hopefully I can get through it quick. I might have to do a part 2, but I'm going to be leaving, just to let you know, so I'll be back in an hour or so we can negotiate when I get back. It'll be about 9 o'clock my time, but let's get to it. Kind of smeared, don't really want much for it, but it's my only one signed by him. Todd Duffy, Dana White, Roy Wallace, and pen. I hate when fighters sign in pen, but a signature is a signature. Trig, Gelson Tayubo, John Fitch on a very, very thin Sharpie. Don't expect too much for that. Tim Filthy Lawler, thin Sharpie. Pat Barry, my only one sign of his, kind of thin Sharpie. Vlad, Brian Foster, Elliot Marshall, Miller, Marquardt, Miller, and then another Miller. I got a lot of the Miller cards signed. Dan Miller, Ralph Aurelier. So if you want Dan Miller, man, I'm your guy. Ed Herman, Ralph Aurelier, Linetz, I believe there. Yeah, it's Nick Linetz, Belcher. No, yeah, Alan Belcher. God, this is gonna take forever. Rick Story, Sonnen, very sad Sharpie kind of right there. Riley, Nelson, Rich Armando, and Story again. I'm going to have to make 2 parts. Hoist Gracie, Nate Corey, and these are all Munoz, so I'll have to show you. So I can speed through this again. Trig, Riley, Butler, Edgar, Batman, Miller, barely seeable signature right there. If we traded for a Jim Miller, I wouldn't give you that one, because that's so messed up. The Voice, Bruce Buffer on one of his own cards. Couture, Charlie Berkman, Griffin, Tom Lawler, Nelson. Probably not going to trade Tom Lawler, but maybe. Kevin the Fire Burns right there. You can barely see it. Dean Thomas right there. Thiago Silva, Dunham, Stout right there. Dude, I have so much more autographs. Jesus. Marshall, Jeremy Little, Heathen Steven, Evan Dunham, Boss Rutan, Henderson, Trigg, Grove, Pellegrino, Couture, 2 David on that one. Gabriel Guzaga, another Ricardo Alderman, yeah. Mike Swick, Elliot Marshall, another one here. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's Gabriel Guzeg, and that is Rick Story. Thiago Alves in red, Alves in blue. How much time do I got? Not that much. Linetz, Silva, Belcher, gray and black, gray and silver on a different card in silver. Inscribed the Bully, Boss Rutan, Dane Ludwig, Mike Swick. Man, you like cards, you came to the right place, my man. Martin Catman, Ryan Bader, Sarah, Lennox, Jesse Lennox, Cain Velasquez, very nice signed card, Coleman, and then Ricardo Almeida. Oh God. Cole Miller, Steve Cantwell, BJ, Dan Miller, Thiago Silva, Belcher, or wait, that's not Belcher, that's Brian Foster, I believe. Yeah. Belcher, Cain Velasquez. So I'm just trying to blow by it, dude, because I've got, not that much time. George Rivera, Munoz again, Clay Guida, Chandela Powell, and then Spencer Fisher across the board there, which I don't even know if he's in the UFC anymore. Riddle, Burns, Nate Corey, Vlad, right there. Steve Lopez, or no, that's Jim Miller. Matt Hughes, Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens, another Stevens, and then Munoz. Hoist Gracie, Jason High, Nick Opacek right there in pen. Oh yeah, thin Sharpie, Guzaga. Sonnen sign on the back so you can't see it. He wrote me a personal note on that. Gray Maynard, CB Dalloway, Neymar Hort. And then all of these, if you don't have any Arianas right there. Ariana Saliant, or Solis, or whatever. Then Matt Veck. Ryan Johnson, I believe his name is. Then Neymar Hort. Miller again. Christoph Saki, Junior Dos Santos. Christoph Saki. That was T. David signed Matt card by Clay Guida. Vitor Belfort. Rashad Evans shirt card. Clay Guida. Dan PC, not for trade. Outlaw Hardy. Matt Riddle. Sweet. This is kind of moving. Mike Swick. Silva. Stan, Howard, Marshall, White, Sarah, Wilkes, Stout, BJ, Hardhook, Bart Pellerzelli, Houston Alexander, Matt Riddle, Boltzmann, Matt Riddle, Gilbert Yelts, or Yves, I believe. Yeah, Yale. Gabriel Guzaga, and wow, I've got 2 minutes, guys. Matt Serra, Kendall Grove, Bader, Gonzaga, Carwin. Or no, that's Matt Serra right there. And Nelson, Wanderlei, Chandela, Belcher, Griffin, Shannon Guggery, Kenny Florian, Phil Davis, Nover, Chris Lieben, Dalloway, Spencer Fisher, Jeremy Stevens, Thiago Silva, Alves, Edgar, Wilkes, Miller. I can get a few more pages in, hopefully. Cole again, Howard, Nelson, Tim Creed again, Jake Shields on card, Evan Dunham on card, Dan Miller again, and I'm running low on time. Ariana Salinas again, Hoist Gracie, Dan Miller again, Vlad again, Joey Baltman, Vlad again, Royce again. I've got so many signed cards of those guys. Joey again. Or George Rivera, Raphael. Tim Sylvia, Ralph Aurelia, Trig, John Fitch. And can I finish this? I can't finish. So I'm going to stop right there. I'll make part 2 a little later, but this is what I got so far. I'll show you Bart real quick. St. Pierre, Dominic Cruz, PC Dan Hardy, Louise Kane, Bart again, Dalloway, Belcher, Dominic, Ryan Couture, and Louise Kane, and I'm going to stop right there, and Phil Davis, and Gilbert Meltez, so it doesn't go over 10 minutes, but that's what I got so far. PM me. I'm going to be gone, so I will contact you in about an hour. Alright, well, you know what? Maybe I can go on. Ed Herman, Couture, Carwin, Couture, Carwin, Munoz, and I believe you've seen all this stuff, Munoz, Davis, Chindella, Davis, and that's Chindella. And basically, so this video doesn't get dragged on, and then this is all my Clay Guida stuff. And then Miguel Torres, Edgar, Danny Downs, all that, Brills. So, yeah, dude. Peace.